other guy next. I'm down for whatever. Just get him out of here.
Yo, he went a little nutty with it, my boy. Hey, yo, that's crazy. But anyway, let's get to Judge Janine.
Or does he not pay politically as that appeals process, plays out, and he now calls to the American people to deliver their own verdict in November?
Well, I think that the American people will be struck by this, as we are all struck by it, in different ways. I, as a former prosecutor and a judge who knows the state courts and who knows the state law, I know that this is riddled with reversible error. I know that there was no basis to charge this crime, this alleged crime, and to resurrect dead misdemeanors based upon non-unanimous federal violations of the election law or of the tax law. So, I mean, you've got that, but there's also a gut punch to the criminal justice system in the United States. People realize we are no longer safe anymore, and it's because of the progressive left agenda of making sure that we don't keep people in jail. And, they're out there with 33 arrests, but, they're still assaulting people or violently attacking people down the street here. But now we've got...
I like that the argument literally is like, dude, what are you doing? You're supposed to only arrest poor people. You can't arrest rich people.
One of the most famous...
Like, everyone's argument, all the Republicans that are defending Donald Trump's, their arguments are reduced to, hello, you're not supposed to arrest powerful people, idiot. That's not what the system is for, idiot. This is no different than when maybe Lindsey Graham or maybe another Republican, we don't know who, or a Democrat, we don't know who, told ICC prosecutor Kareem Khan, hello, the International Criminal Court is for thugs. It's for African warlords and thugs like Putin, not for Israeli or American officials. What are you saying?
Individuals in the world, a former president of the United States who can be taken down by a George Soros funded prosecutor on a crime that doesn't exist, where not one person put his finger anywhere near that bookkeeping, and now they're going to return a verdict and say, oh, he's guilty, he's definitely guilty. This is a jury pool made out of 85 to 90% of the people are anti-Trump, not pro anybody, anti-Trump. That's the jury pool. We knew it. We have a judge who wasn't picked out of the wheel or out of the drum, as all of us judges are. And he was a judge who was selected, not just for the Trump organization, not just for the this case, but also for the another case that involves the who was the guy who was the Bannon case as well. This is an anti-Trump judge, an anti-Trump prosecutor. America is going to respond to this. This is a gut punch. We want to see politicians fight. We don't want to see what they do in third world countries, to have one side start indicting and jailing the other side. This is not American. This is not who we are. And to see this happen.
There's nothing funnier than making this argument on behalf of Donald Trump, who literally ran on arresting Hillary Rodham Clinton. Lock her up was one of the more popular chants. The notion that, like, we don't do that in America, like this kind of moralistic posturing is so funny. Where are the law and order lovers and defenders? Where are the people that always love saying, don't do the crime if you can't do the time? Which, by the way, no time will be given to him regardless. But like, what happened? I thought we were a nation of law and order. What happened? Is it really impossible for him to get time? It would be strange if he got time. It'd be awesome, but it would be crazy if he got any time off of this.
Happened before our eyes when we know that this is not legitimate, when a defendant was not advised of the crimes that he was charged with. They don't even know what the crimes are until we get to the charge to the jury, as if the prosecution and the judge, with a wink and a nod, said, hey, I'll give you that old accomplice testimony. Even though we didn't charge Donald Trump with aiding and abetting anyone else, I'll throw it in as a matter of law. He's an accomplice. And I'll throw in those federal election violations. So they'll have to say, yeah, Donald Trump must have done it too. And I'll throw in a hooker and a guy who's a serial perjurer. This is lunacy. And I think that any red-blooded American who sees this is going to understand this isn't what we do to our political.
As crazy as that, I'll throw in a hooker and a guy who's a serial perjurer, it's like, bro, those are the people Trump chose to associate with and literally paid to associate with. What are you talking about? Like, we're acting like these people were in the periphery, totally unrelated to Donald Trump, and he just happened to be in the vicinity and like caught us straight. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, he paid the hook and paid them to perjure. What are we talking about?
If they convict him,
Holy, he was found guilty. Holy, holy, mother, you suck. You suck. There is no justice. Guilty.
God, I love the Republicans. Come on, dude. They're such content. I love Donald Trump. You got a problem with that? Gays for Trump.
Not guilty. He's not guilty. You piece of that. What the con? Eat shit and die. Your
they're all dead. Your kids.
I'm serious when I say this. I think Trump supporters in big cities that are like otherwise Democratic strongholds are literally visibly more insane than like the lifelong Republican that lives in some rural ass town in Texas. Not even a question. Like, these guys are almost always so much more nutty. And I think a big part of the problem for the Republican Party is that they pay too much attention to these freaks and like literally cause a lot of the quote unquote normal Republicans who don't pay attention to whatever's going on, and they just kind of like vote for still racist reasons or tax reasons or whatever. Like, those are the guys who are just like, what's going on? This is like a little bit too much.
They're all your and they're all
found guilty.
They're all dead.
Yeah, mother. There's no justice in this country. None. Corruption. It's all corruption. I have a message for you. You won the con. Won the con. I'm pissed. Fucking Joe Biden.
All I know is this.
Yeah.
Guilty on a whole nother animal and a whole new way.
It's a lynching. It's a lynching. It's political interference. It's over. There's no justice in this country.
It's over.
How do you feel?
It's corruption.
Tell me your reaction.
I'm shocked. I don't want to believe it. That's unbelievable.
What do you think about the verdict?
They're doing this to
Corruption,
Donald
the judge
means that
threatened
they
him.
could do this to all of us.
1776, baby. No,
Yes.
you're not. Calm down.
No, I'm not going to calm down.
And the people who are on the
Get down
ground,
there.
The only man that ever stood up for me in my life,
Through and through.
Donald Trump.
Oh my God, he's crying. Oh my God, he's crying. Bro, what? He's crying. Bro, he's shedding real tears for Trump. That's awesome. That's fire. That's, oh God, that's so good. Oh, that feels awesome to see.
Yo, that just won the election, I'll tell you that much. Joe Biden.
How can people become this mentally ill? That's crazy. Like, I don't know what you do with this guy. You can't save this guy. And of course, he's live streaming it too and filming it.
Not guilty.
I hope
Not
the country
guilty.
doesn't burn down.
Not guilty.
I hope that we can find a way to love each other and to make right this prostitution.
Bro, talking about loving each other in the country while he's shedding tears for Donald Trump.
Go yourself and your mother.
is one of us. He's one of us. And now they have only made the poll numbers go higher. I guarantee that's what you're going to see coming next. The polls are going up. Donald Trump is going to win even harder. They're going to have to bring in
So why are you guys mad then? You should be excited, right? See, now this doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It's like you should be excited then that the polls are definitely going to go up. Why are you mad?
Michelle Obama. They're going to have to bring in Michelle Obama, Big Mike, in August to try and fix things. But that's not going to work either. The numbers are going to go so high for Trump right now that it's over for Biden. It's over for the Democrats.
You, Judge Juan, you. There is no justice in this country. We want a democracy. This is America. You railroaded this man. He committed no crimes. You. I'm mad as hell, as they say. I'm mad as hell. Let's take to the streets. Let's take to the streets. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Let's
But
take
you
to the
have.
fucking streets. Good. Let's block traffic.
Someone said you are.
Corruption in this country. They're convicted an innocent man. He committed no crime.
Congratulations, Trump just won the election. What do you think, Bill?
I think it's time for dancing in the streets. Dancing in the streets. Him. Trump every day. The guy next. I'm down for whatever. Just get him out of here.
Meanwhile, a show of support for Trump here in South Florida. Dozens gathering.
Yo, he went a little nutty with it, my boy. Hey, yo. Yo, that's crazy.
And Local 10's Christian De La Rosa live now with this part of our team coverage tonight. Christian.
These were people who felt compelled, obligated to be as close as they could to Mar-a-Lago, even if the former president wasn't here to show their support, and also share why they think today's verdict could in fact bolster Trump in November.
Bro, these people are so crazy. They went to Mar-a-Lago. Like, they have like a religious affiliation with Trump.
Trump 24, let's go, blow those horns.
We have to support our president.
They're making it, they're acting like they're doing like a pilgrimage to Mecca or some bro. This is their Hajj.
Support for the man they call their president.
I feel like it's a sad day for America.
And voicing their discontent with his guilty verdict.
We thought that maybe there was some hope.
I didn't think they were going to get him on all 34 counts, which kind of tells you what's going on in New York.
This is completely political. Anybody who cannot see that, they have been brainwashed by this media.
Steps away from Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago, supporters like Leona Mangan.
I went to January the 6th. Give me liberty or give me death. Even Mother Teresa could not get out from under that.
Like titanium, they're convinced hush money payments charges against the former president were an abuse of power to begin with.
I don't think he did anything wrong.
They're also convinced Trump will eventually come out victorious.
Surely these things will all be overturned.
And as far as the race for president,
I don't think it's going to help him or hurt him. Not at all. I think the independents, even if you're on the fence, have already made up their mind, and they can.
Across the street, a much smaller number of people celebrate.
You know, if you diddle a porn star and hush money payments get tucked away and you fill out your books illegally, then you will go to jail.
And even with just a handful of counter-protesters across the street, I can tell you things remain peaceful. We're live right outside Mar-a-Lago tonight. I'm Christian De La Rosa, Local 10 News.
And our team coverage continues now with Local 10's Alex Finney live outside Versailles, where another crowd of supporters rallied for Trump. Alex.
Yes, Calvin, very, very spirited crowd that was here for several hours today. As we know, a lot of people were here as that verdict came down. Of course, you have a lot of people on both sides with very strong opinions. Sounding off for former President Donald Trump.
I didn't think it was going to happen.
A verdict that many we spoke with said came down quicker than expected.
I mean, it was so fast. I'm surprised they reached a verdict.
People gathered outside of Versailles in Little Havana.
It doesn't seem to be fair that they charge him with a felony.
Justice system prevailed.
All of this coming soon after a Manhattan jury found the former president guilty on all 34 felony counts of falsifying business records in his New York hush money criminal trial. A felony conviction of a former president unprecedented.
His lawyer was the one who did it.
This man giving his thoughts on the news.
I hope he can run for president. I hope he can become president because, you know, Trump's who we want in there.
And still a lot to be seen now at this hour here, a little after 11 p.m. A lot of people have gone home for tonight. Those honks have officially started to die down a bit. But again, we have a lot coming up in the next few days, weeks, and months ahead. Stay tuned. For now, this is the very latest. We are live in South Florida, well, in Little Havana, that is. Alex Finney, Local 10 News.
Trump himself was greeted by supporters outside Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue.
And that is where we find CBS 2's Dave Carlin. Dave, what is the reaction there tonight?
Well, this place so busy with all of his comings and goings. Right now, he is inside. It began, of course, him going to court, then him coming back from court. Then around dinner time, he went out again and came back in. You'll see the video right now. Now, all the while, people have been here to greet him. After the sun went down, some staunch Trump supporters kept their flags waving, predicting another Trump presidency.
I wanted he be here because I think somebody has to stand up and say, this is invalid. You can't do this kind of law. This destroys American jurisprudence.
The message is it's going to backfire on the Democrats. It's going to backfire on Sleepy Joe. It's going to backfire on Albert Bragg, and Trump is going to win. And I will vote for him for the third time, even if he's in jail.
She's wearing an NYPD hat with the Bring Our Hostages Home pin on it. You know she's a cop.
Jail.
Earlier, Chopper 2 was over Fifth Avenue and Trump Tower when the crowd was much larger, with a mix of political persuasions. Friction was minimal.
That took a lot of courage for that jury to come back with that kind of a charge against him. I just think it's amazing.
I think he's going to make America great again.
Around 6:15 p.m., Donald Trump entered with a wave to the crowd. He did not stay long and was on the move again, only to return at 9:25. He was also the talk of nearby Times Square.
It shouldn't matter who you are or what you do. If you do the crime, you deserve what's coming to you.
It's insane. That's never happened before in history. So this is something that we're living, and I don't even know how this is going to turn out. I'm shocked.
There is a Trump news conference Friday morning set for 11 a.m. right here.
This guy kind of looks like Julian Assange. Omni Valor. I don't know what you're talking about. Calm down, okay? And perhaps take your medication. What am I supposed to do, man? Please help me. I've apologized a million times. I'm sorry if I've hurt others. Like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know. I don't even know what you did. No one is mad at you. Hegemonic World Peace, you got a lot of viewers that are mentally ill. No shit, I'm on Twitch. And secondly, yeah, says you. But yeah, Omni Valor, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Live in front of Trump Tower, Dave Carlin, CBS 2 News.
All right, Dave, no shortage of opinions tonight. And after the verdict, Donald Trump's daughter, Ivanka, took to social media. She posted a childhood photo of herself sitting on her dad's lap with the words, "I love you." She did not attend the trial.
New York Attorney General Letitia James is speaking out about the verdict. She issued a statement saying, quote, "No one is above the law." You may recall the AG's office did win a civil fraud lawsuit against Donald Trump and the Trump Organization earlier this year.
Rudy Giuliani had this reaction tonight.
A very sad day for America. A very, very sad day for anyone who values justice and has lived by it. I hope this gets reversed very, very quickly.
The former mayor and Trump attorney has faced his own legal troubles. Last month, Giuliani was indicted on felony charges related to alleged efforts to overturn President Biden's 2020 win in Arizona. And last year, he also lost a defamation lawsuit regarding his false claims about 2 election workers in Georgia.
And outside the courthouse, voters on both sides of the political spectrum made their voices heard. A small but vocal group of anti-Trump protesters gathered in Lower Manhattan after that historic verdict came down. Just down the block, a small pro-Trump group awaited for the arrival of the former president's motorcade.
I believe, quite honestly, it's quite the clown show. But the American people aren't going to fall for it. This will just make Trump stronger.
And we're really thankful that the New York jury was fair and listened and asked questions and came back with 34 counts guilty.
The protests were largely peaceful, and there were no reports of any arrests.
On Long Island tonight, people are also reacting to the verdict.
CBS 2's Lori Bordenero went to Floral Park in Nassau County, and she has more on what they had to say.
We've been talking to a lot of people here, and some people say justice has been served. Others say this is just a political ploy to keep Donald Trump from becoming president. But regardless of political affiliation, people here seem to be genuinely surprised Trump was found guilty on all 34 counts. A few people we spoke with were shocked that he is still allowed to run for president. This is a county where more than 44% voted for Trump in the last election. Trump supporters don't think this verdict will hurt his chances at all come November.
Are you surprised? I'm surprised by the 34 counts, but I'm not like, I do love that in America, even if you're in jail, you can still run for president and even win technically. I think that's dope. I'm not even joking about that. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not doing the dry sarcasm. I think it's an unironically good thing that you can run for president from prison as a convicted felon, and you should be able to vote as a convicted felon and vote from prison as well. So I think it's crazy that we can do one thing but not the other. And no, Trump is allowed to vote for himself, because in the state of Florida, if you get convicted, if you're a convicted felon from another state, the state of Florida says normally if you were arrested here with a felony, you wouldn't be able to vote. But because you were arrested and convicted in the state of New York, it depends on what their laws are. And in the state of New York, felons can vote.
November, but some anti-Trumpers would like to see the former president out of the spotlight.
He's a crooked guy. He tells lies, and he doesn't really care about anybody else for himself.
I think that he should have to be removed as the candidate. I don't think he should be allowed to run. He's involved in so many cases, and it's such a distraction. And the only reason he's running is to stay out of jail.
My main problem is, what's the crime?
I'm going to vote for him even more if he runs, because I think it's terrible what they did when there's plenty of other presidents that have done terrible things.
Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman calling the verdict a big miscarriage of justice and saying there was no basis for this conviction. In Floral Park, Lori Bordenero, CBS 2 News.
I can't believe the hoax, this sham, this absolute injustice justice system. D.A. Bragg and the judge should be ashamed of themselves. This isn't just ridiculous. This actually erodes the confidence that Americans have in the justice system. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. But good news is coming. D.A. Bragg, hear me clearly. You cannot silence the American people. You cannot stop us from voting for change. Joe Biden's injustice, Joe Biden's two-tier injustice system, weaponizing the justice system of the United States of America against a political opponent, un-American. Joe Biden, you're fired. We the people stand with Donald Trump.
He hit him with a "you're fired." God, it's laughable. It's insane that a black man is saying that there's a two-tier criminal justice system, which is true, except he's saying it about a two-tier criminal justice system for an incredibly powerful, incredibly wealthy former president. That is so unimaginable, dude. You ask that dumb about white supremacy in the criminal justice system, and it's like, oh, that doesn't exist. Our institutions are infallible and perfectly good and designed well. I give this dick-sucking audition a 9 out of 11. People cheering the Trump conviction don't own Bitcoin. What?
My mind was not made up before, but it is definitely made up now.
Yeah, right.
And I will definitely be voting for Donald Trump.
I do not believe his mind was not made up before. Like, who the f be like, you know, I'm iffy on that Trump guy, but now that I know that a jury of his peers convicted him, like found him guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, that he definitely paid hush money to a porn star in an effort to make sure that people did not know that he had sex with a porn star in the lead up to an election, and then falsely documented the payments as regular legal retainers. That is when I was like, this is my guy.
Because the weaponization of the legal system, it is so blatant, and this corruption cannot stand. Whether I like Donald Trump or not, which I don't, I feel that it is essential that I vote for him, because I must stand against the lawfare that was put on display by the Democratic Party, Alvin Bragg, all of these folks. And it's a shame, because I'm a New Yorker. I live here in New York. And as a black man who...
Bro, I love how stupid Americans are. Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Lives in the United States and in New York, I know what it's like to have the legal system used against you, specifically targeting you. So, I mean, bro, at the end of the day, to expect us to just sit back and watch this happen and just rock.
Bro, that's how you know he's lying about like being iffy on Trump. He did the quintessential black Republican move. He did the classic black Republican move. Black conservatives love saying, as a black man, I've experienced racism, and what the racism that Trump is experiencing right now is worse than that. or it's just like that. Literally, it's classic.
Ride with it like it's okay, like we're stupid and we don't see what's going on. That's crazy. Because if you can do something like this to a former president of the United States, just imagine, people, imagine what they can do to us. I'm sorry, but I'm all in. Trump 2024.
Americans are stupid. One thing that both parties get right. Yeah. I never voted for Trump before, but I certainly will be voting for him now. The Democrats are a clear and present danger to truth. Stay-at-home dad, iconoclast, intellectual, stoner, yogi, meat eater, runner, beer drinker, unvaxxed. My freedom protects you. Your freedom protects me. The Democrats are a clear and present danger to truth, justice, in the American way. They must be defeated. MAGA. I'm in the same boat. Never voted for him, but will now. But man, oh man, I hope your boat is reliable because the bridges you just burned are never getting rebuilt. Good luck, brother. Dude, Twitter is so unimaginably right-wing. Like, Twitter has become the most right-wing, one of the most right-wing platforms.
I can research a bunch of Stormy Daniels stuff, and boy, are my arms tired. Let's go to court.
It's so awesome that they have no like valid grievances with policy ever. You notice how they don't have any policy opinions at all? Like, this entire thing is held together for many people on both sides, by the way. I'm not even just saying this is just about the Democrats or just about the Republicans. For so many American voters, it isn't about policy at all. It's about having their team win, and it's about their own like personal petty grievances being addressed. That's the reason why they're so mad at Robert De Niro. Like, Robert De Niro comes out and he's like, yeah, Donald Trump, he's a charlatan or whatever. And they're like, yeah, Robert De Niro, I will kill you. It's like, bro, calm down. Like, why are you so mad? They're identical to, in a way, they're identical to like Divorcelli fans who will find out that someone has wronged their intellectual daddy and will go there and fight like with so much animosity and so much vitriol. And it's like, what is it to you, man? Why are you this mad? It's because they're in a cult. Like, this is not like oh, I really want Trump because of, I don't know, the tax cuts that are coming for me, right? And these guys want to stop Trump because of the tax cuts. They're like, no, I love Trump and I have so much rage in my heart that I will literally fight your battles for you, Mr. Trump, sir. I will now make it my life's mission to destroy Robert De Niro. Why? Because Robert De Niro said Trump sucks. Get a life, man. What is wrong with your brain? Spend it on some hobbies, man.
Hey, De Niro, where's your ass now? Right? Where's your ass now? Right?
Like, he is so mentally ill. This guy's faking it for Jimmy Kimmel, I guess, but like, he's so mentally ill, dude. He's like a chatter who thinks I'm speaking directly to him through secret messages or some shit. You know what I mean? It's like Robert De Niro is not personally aware of your existence, man. Calm down, dude. Oh my God, every chatter is like, you're talking to me though, right? I'm not Delulu. The bit right here is this guy portraying himself as a fake Trump supporter to rile up the actual Trump supporters. The problem is the bit actually works really well because the actual Trump supporters are content.
No!
A lot of Trump supporters out here that you can hear.
Oh my God!
I can hear.
Yo, that's awesome. Okay, dude, I'm gonna give it to Jimmy Kimmel and the writers. This is solid. This is so solid. The fact that they got mainstream media duped too, that's good as bro. That is, oh, that's so good. Okay, respect. 100%. We have achieved singularity. I'm building a team.
I'm so pleased that there's finally some accountability for Donald Trump. Yeah, he's evaded the law for many years, decades, and it's finally caught up to him. And also, we're fighting for democracy here.
Yeah, see, very polite chatter. It was problematic. Not a fan of Kimmel. Yeah. No, it's actually problematic when I serve the 3-minute ad break at the top of the hour, but I don't see any of you chirping about that. You literally keep saying 10 out of 10, or perhaps you're saying all of that because you obviously are subscribed, so you don't give a shit. You know what I mean? You're subscribed for $5 or for free. So you've used your Twitch Prime, so you don't care. It doesn't bother you because it doesn't impact you. Selfish, all All of you. I'm gonna get to Brandon in a second.
This was an election interference case. You know, it wasn't just a porn star sex case. It was an election interference case. And did he do it or not? The jury said yes.
He's actually going to increase his chances to win. He's actually going to win because he's...
Bro, every Trump supporters are a hive mind. Like, actually, they just operate with the same exact talking points. I don't know where they get the talking points from. I don't know how this happens, but they all say the same shit. I haven't heard a single goddamn statement that is unique so far. It's all like, he's innocent. He's the most innocent man in America. Also, this is a travesty. And also, this is going to help his chances. This is actually, I'm mad, but like, I shouldn't be mad, really. I should be happy because he's going to win extra hard. You know what I mean? He's going to win the hardest anyone's ever won. He's going to win so hard, it should be illegal. They're going to arrest him again for how hard he won.
It's in the public's eye how they're using this judicial system just to penalize him, to get him away from running for president again. Because Biden's going to construct the laws in a way where it's only going to benefit him and his people. Trump is going to benefit it in a way where it's going to benefit him, but it's also going to benefit people with an opportunity coming from the bottom.
Oh my God, it's Sigma grindset mentality played to its logical conclusion. It's awesome. It's just like, yeah, dude, I'm not there right now, but I promise you, like, Trump is going to change the rules in the rule book to make me win big eventually. He's going to help me, bro. It's like, no, he's not, bro. He's not going to help you, okay? Like, Democrats aren't helping you either, okay? If you were to say, like, oh, the Democrats, what have they done for me? I'm there with you. But, like, how the f do you think Donald Trump has helped you or will help you in the future? Like, how are you this insane? It's like the gambler's fallacy, but for voting for Trump this time, dude. Yeah, someone in the chat, 99% quit before they hit big. 99% of Trump supporters, likely Trump supporters, quit before they vote for Trump and then have Trump help them succeed on their Sigma grind set.
Trump's gonna build a wall. That wall's gonna protect us all. Sounds like a good idea to me. Help me out.
Wait, the Naked Cowboy is a Trump supporter? Or is this a different one? Wait, since when is the Naked Cowboy a Trump supporter? It's a fake? Are there two Naked Cowboys? Folks, we lost the Naked Cowboy. This is causing me to retriangulate. I think once you lost the Naked Cowboy support, it's kind of over for you. I'm not gonna lie, it might be, things are not looking good for Joe. It might be Jover, boys.
Our first reaction was sadness for America, sadness for Trump. But at the end of the day, it's only going to increase his support like every other time they indicted him.
Same thing. It's very scary. Very scary. We're in a third world country right now. I don't even feel like we live in the United States. It could happen to him. It could happen to any of us.
Bro, at any given moment, if I'm standing with a crowd and they're agreeing with me, like a crowd like this, and they're agreeing with me, I'm reconsidering everything. I'm sorry. You might say, oh, you're ugly shaming or whatever. I am, dude, okay? If I'm standing in a crowd and it's all ogres with like genuine rot from within, basically escaping out of every orifice, I'm gonna be like, I gotta really, really, really dial it back. What are we doing here? You know what I mean? Branded like this, I'd be like, maybe I got like, you know, maybe I don't have the best opinions after all. Like, if you ever find yourself in a crowd like this, and it's not even like ugly shaming, it's just like, they're so weird, bro. They're so weird. They're so weird looking and weird. And the things that they're saying are weird. I'd be like, honestly, this seems a little, you know, this seems a little odd. Have you met Twitch chatters? Yes, dude, I go to, what are you talking about? I do meet and greets all the time, okay?
Cup 24.
First of all, you're too ignorant to even try to debate me.
I mean, it's pretty crazy to see this in this moment currently because no other president has really been convicted of 34 counts in any criminal case, basically. But I'm gonna keep it real, as a current presidential candidate and one of the ones actually winning majority support.
Like think about it this way, like they're rolling up. Is that like his dick?
In all states.
Is that Hunter Biden's dick? Like this guy literally took Hunter Biden's naked photos and put them, I mean, you can't see it, luckily, so it's fine. But like, he took the Hunter Biden crack pics and put it in a book. The moment that you see that, you're like, my side is crazy. Like, look at this car, bro.
Support level from the people are not gonna it's not gonna go down much.
That's it for him.
He's walking around with a gay revenge porn scrapbook, dude. Like, come on, dude. How does this signal sanity in any capacity?
He's not going to be able to continue with the campaign. He's not going to be able to run for president if he's found guilty. And then we're stuck with Biden.
This is 100%, once again, something that I've repeated before, but must be repeated again and again and again. These people are hater stands, like, which is worse than just being a stand. Like, people will say, like, oh, Swifties do this too. And it's like, yeah, that's also mentally not the, sanest person to be. But at least they're demonstrating their love for, like, an artist. You know what I mean? It's significantly healthier than this shit.
And Kamala Harris, that doesn't do anything for us and has not been doing anything for us since he became president.
No, it'll be overturned. It won't stand up in court on appeal. All right?
I kind of worry that it'll further divide our country. And I think it was from the testimony I heard, it sounded like the jury really paid attention. And
like, you see left-wing protests and shit. Like, you saw that old man in the back, right? Hold on. Let me go back real quick. I want to show you, like, what normal people would protest like, okay? And I'm not just saying this because, like, this man very clearly agrees with me, but it's like, Joe Biden, pick up the damn phone. He's wearing a keffiyeh. 24,000 murdered women and children. Very clear-cut protest. There's a reason for why he's protesting. You could tell. He wants the genocide to stop. I personally agree with that. I personally agree with his position. But beyond that, it's like, obviously he's there for a purpose. He's not there being like, oh, I love Donald Trump. I think he's hot. And also, he's not guilty. It's like, it's just like, weirds me out. It weirds me the out that these people are just like mindlessly simply there because of their love and admiration for a person. And it is so completely devoid of policy, completely devoid of like any tangible thing that will make their lives better or worse. Like, they're just there because they love Trump. That's it. And they feel like he's been harmed. That's the difference between like being a cultist and being a person who like actually cares about issues, protesting for specific issues. Blows my goddamn mind.
Since he became president.
No, it'll be overturned.
Very fucking annoying to see. Pisses me off.
I think it was from the testimony I heard, it sounded like the jury really paid attention, and I think we need to honor the verdict. I'll be curious to see what the sentencing is.
Free Trump! Free Trump! Free Trump!
I feel like the justice system here in America actually works. The sad part of it is that it could have gone either way. But when he was found guilty on all 34 counts, job well done, justice system in America.
I was already blue. I'm probably going to stay blue. Sadly, I think it will have no repercussion in Texas. I don't think Houston, I don't think Texans are going to care. Trump's our guy. Go Trump. Go red. I hope I'm wrong. Please let me be wrong.
I think in the fall, during the election cycle, yeah, it might affect my vote. Yes, sir. Just simply, I don't think we need a convict in office if that conviction sticks.
Whoa.
I wasn't surprised, but I was still very disappointed. I still thought, maybe there was a chance that Trump was actually innocent and that he hadn't done any of what they said he did. Now, again, I don't support Trump anymore, but I also didn't want a convict running for president. So,
the fuck?
It definitely did put things into perspective for me. And
people that love the rules and law are so strange.
As I said, I'm open-minded, but the two major candidates we have are just, to me, probably some of the worst in American history.
I feel very sad for America because this is the man who's fighting for America. This is a man who's fighting for America.
Auntie, what the are you doing?
He tried to save America.
It's a disgrace what happened here. I'm a native New Yorker. We support Trump. I never voted for him the first time, but we'll do it this time. It's a disgrace. Mr. Trump loves this city. He's a native New Yorker. He doesn't hate this city. He doesn't hate this country.
Auntie got a copy of Epoch Times and her life changed so dramatically. Okay.
The people that did this hate him.
To jail! Down to jail! Down to jail! All the way, lock him up!
I've been here for the last week. Guilty! I am so happy.
Feel good. The justice been served. Justice been served. Guilty, guilty, guilty.
I feel good. It's a great day for the American people, for everybody. I mean, you know, who is against who believe in the law. And I mean, you know, it's a great day. They see him. They see that no one is above the law.
Yeah, this was awesome. I'd rather go 0 for 34 than 0 for 9 because you go 0 for 9. That means you stop committing felonies. That means you lost confidence. Beyond Kobe Wade waiters. That's right, dude. That's right. He has a point. All right.